Hey guys, Tim here. Wanted to do a quick demonstration of an extension I've been working on for the Sitefinity Forms module. It's kind of a two-parter, the first being custom logic for form fields, and the second progressive profiling. Now let's take a look at the custom field logic piece first. We'll start here on the front end, then switch over to the back end so you can see how everything gets set up. Now we're looking at a pretty plain page here with a seemingly plain form on it. You can see there are three fields: favorite color, favorite TV show, and email. Now the truth is there are way more than three fields on this form. They're just waiting for certain predefined criteria to be met before they show themselves. And here's what I mean. So if I were to go in and change favorite color from green to blue, I'm presented with another field. And if I go through here and click a few of these options, you can see more fields. Now really quick, if I changed favorite color from blue back to green, you can see everything goes away. Oh, and here's something else that's kind of fun: required fields. So I know for a fact that there's a field on here called name, and that's required, and then email right here, that's required too. But what if the conditions to show name never happen? That's not really a problem. Well, first, let's check this out. So email, I can't submit that because this information is required. I'll change this to blue first. Let's get that name field to show up. There it is. So if I go ahead and submit, this information is required too. Well, let's hide all those fields and type in an email. Click submit, and you're good to go. So as you can see, hidden required fields aren't really that required. Now let's jump into the back end to see how this all works. All right, here we are in the Sitefinity backend. We're taking a look at that form in Form Builder. Now by default, if you remember, the only three fields that showed when that page loaded, favorite color, favorite TV show, and email. The rest of these fields are all using custom logic and being dependent upon one another to know when they need to be hidden and when they need to be shown. The way you set that up is pretty simple. We'll just go ahead and click Edit, go into Logic, and fill out the options. Yes, I'm using conditional logic. I want to show this field if any of the following criteria match. So you remember I changed that from green to blue, and then this field was shown. I could actually hide this field if any of the following criteria match. I can change any to all, so I could show this field if all the following criteria match, and then add some more options here. You can completely manage this yourself. If I wanted to not have this field have anything to do with favorite color, I could go ahead and just trash that option and then add some more here from the drop downs. All right, now let's take a look at that progressive profiling piece I talked about earlier. For this example, we'll be jumping kind of in and out of the Sitefinity backend to get a good understanding of what's going on here behind the scenes. I've got two pages set up. They're both pretty blank. They've got the same form, form control that's pointed at a progressive profiling form that we'll take a look at in just a minute. But first, let's fill this out and submit it. I'm going to go ahead and submit, and I see the success message. Jump over into responses and refresh. There's our response: username admin, tim@codemore.com, first name Tim, last name Williamson. Now let's go back to the front end and visit that second page I was talking about. Now this is the same form, but you can see that email has been pre-populated for me, and first name, last name are gone, and now I'm asked for company. So let's go ahead and give it an answer and submit. There's that success message. Jump back over into responses and refresh. Now that initial form response was updated with my new company information. Let's look one more time at the front end. Go back to that home page. And now there's the email field again pre-populated, and I'm asked for a job title. Go ahead and submit. And one last look at the responses. So here we are on the Sitefinity form builder looking at that form that we just filled out. Just like the custom field logic, the criteria that dictates what fields and when they're shown is controlled through a view on their designer. Let's take a look at the designer for company. Go over here into progressive. And now I can see show this field only if the following fields have been completed. And if you remember back when we initially loaded the form, email, first name, and last name, that's what we were presented with. And then once we filled those fields out and clicked submit, we were shown a pre-populated email field along with company. Now that criteria can also be chained. And what I mean is if we look at job title, which was only shown to us after company was filled in, we'll look at the progressive tab for that. You can see to only show this field when company is filled in. All right, so that's the demo. Let me know what you think.